Hey guys, today we are going to be talking about a brush that I received in my April BoxyCharm subscription, and that is this paddle brush from Crown Brushes. These are the kind of brushes that were first made popular by Artis, which were quite high-end, and now you're seeing a lot of them in the market, these very flat paddle, densely packed brushes for doing face makeup, foundation, contouring, all of that. So we're going to talk a little bit about the company, about the brush, and I'm going to show you me doing a first impression of this using it for my foundation. So let's start talking about Crown. A couple things you may wish to know about Crown. Crown makes brushes as well as makeup. They are what is known as a private labeling company. So they have all of their Crown labeled products such as this brush. They also have foundations and eyeshadows and things like that. But what they will also do is they will manufacture brushes and makeup and put other brands' names on it. So if I, Melissa Joyce, decided that I wanted to sell my own line of brushes, instead of developing them, doing all the research, figuring out a company, understanding how to put it together, I could go to Crown Brushes and say, I want these 10 brushes, I want you to put my logo on it, and it would just come out under my name. Some people don't mind this, some people do mind this. It's kind of hard to pin down who uses Crown as a manufacturer or as a private labeler. What I have heard is that Morphe brushes are actually Crown brushes. Coastal Scents brushes are Crown brushes. Some Morphe brushes are Crown brushes. And the reason that this is good to know is that oftentimes you will find the Crown brushes ordering directly from Crown cheaper than buying some of the other ones, and they are manufactured by the same company. I have also heard that Morphe's eyeshadows are also Crown eyeshadows. So if you like the formula, and I've also heard that Juvia's Place, again I can't confirm, are also manufactured by Crown. So if you like certain formulas, if there's things that you like, you may think about just ordering from Crown and getting it from there. The next thing you should know if you are Canadian is it's going to be pricey if you decide to order from Crown. I tried to look into how much it would cost me to order this specific brush, just this product from Crown, and have it sent to me here in Ontario in Canada. And the cheapest possible shipping was going to be $30 American, which works out to probably about $40, $45 Canadian. So to get this little brush shipped was going to be at least $40 to $45 Canadian on top of the order that I put in. So although the brushes and things are affordable, the shipping may not be. But if you are in the States or the continental US and you order over $100, I believe, of products, you will get the shipping for free. So this is more of a deal if you are in the continental United States. Talking about this particular brush, this is a $24.99 price brush, so basically $25 American. It appears to be a BoxyCharm and Crown exclusive. Like if you go to their website and you're looking for this brush, you will find it under new products and you will see it is a BoxyCharm X Crown brush. It says that you can use it for cream products, for foundation, for powder products. There are also paddle brushes, a whole set in rose gold that you can get directly from Crown. This one appears to be just a one-off. It is not the sturdiest thing. The handle is a little bit wobbly. It feels a little bit cheap, and it is definitely smaller in size than you would expect it to be when you look at it on the website. When I first looked at this, I first looked at this when I got it, but if I looked at it on the website, I would think this would be about the same size as the large Artis brush, which is probably about twice the size of this. This is actually not that big. So what I'm going to do is zoom you in now and show you me doing a first impression application with this brush. I have no preconceived notions about it except that I am not a brush foundation girl. I am definitely a beauty blender or cosmetic sponge foundation application. I just never find it looks as good with a brush as it does with a sponge for me. So let's zoom in and I will show you how I've made it work. It does say to put the foundation directly onto the brush, which is not normally what I would do, but we are all about following the directions that they give. So I will just pump some of my Studio Makeup On The Go foundation, which I have done a review on, which will be linked down below, onto the brush. So you can see it doesn't sink in, it sits there right on top. So it spreads it out quickly. looking here in my little mirror, I mean, it's all blended. I don't see any brush strokes, which is usually what I dislike about using a brush versus a sponge with foundation. I do think it's done a nice job. If I was going for a very light foundation look, that one pump has covered enough of my face that I would be happy going on with my makeup from here. What I'm going to do as a comparison is do the exact same method on the other side of my face with my Real Techniques foundation brush, which is also fairly densely packed and has a similar sort of rounded shape to it. And that way we can really compare what the difference is between the regular kind of brush and the paddle brush. I would almost say it's the same looking in the viewfinder. However, I do notice from looking in my mirror here that there are a few more streaks on this side of my face. And I do think that is because this has more give to it and moves around quite a bit more, as opposed to this, which almost acts kind of like a sponge because of how dense the bristles are. There are a few little hairs being shedded from here, and there's a few places where they're not perfectly cut all the way across. There's some sticking out in some places. But nothing shedded onto my face. Now that we've tested this out for foundation, let's try it out with a bit of powder contour. I have already powdered my face so that this isn't powder going on top of foundation. It should blend with the other powder. And I'm going to be using my Inspired by You contour palette, which also came in my May BoxyCharm subscription. I'm going into this first contour color here. I don't know how much I'm picking up. I would say that blends out pretty nicely. I think it's because of how dense it is. It does take a little bit of time to get the hang of how much product to pick up and how much pressure to put on, I would think. Ooh, that was a lot. Now some of these do come in smaller paddle brushes. So Crown does have a rose gold paddle brush set, which gives you some smaller ones that would actually be better for things like nose contouring, schnoz contouring. I don't know why that came out that way. Whoa, that's much more strong. I usually don't do nose contour. I don't know why I keep saying nose contour. So that's a lot. Try to blend that out a bit. Ooh, maybe I'll try to go into some highlight shade and give a bit of contrast there. That went much better than I expected it to. So I'm gonna go put on the rest of my makeup and be back in just a moment. So my final thought on this product is I am pleasantly surprised, like really surprised at how much I enjoy this. I found that it put my foundation on with no streaks. Everything looked even. I have not had that experience with a brush before. It's just so densely packed and soft. It really does sort of mimic using a sponge. And using the contour products, it picked up a lot of the product, but again, because it is so densely packed, it just smooths everything out wonderfully. When I first saw this in my BoxyCharm subscription, I will admit that I kind of went, ugh, like another brush, and it's a foundation brush, and I don't use foundation brushes, but I like this a lot. I mean, I know this is just a first impression, but I can totally see how nice this will be to have sitting there to do contouring, to put on face product with. Lazy girl here saying that sometimes I sit down to do my makeup and I realize that I haven't dampened my beauty blender, and I kind of think, like I'm already sitting here. And so if I can pick this up and get the same application with this, which kind of seems like I can, that I can with a cosmetic sponge, awesome. I am totally on board. Do I think this is a $25 brush? Hells no, it is not a $25 brush. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's not $25. It's cheap. It is. Do I think you need to get an artiste brush? No. I have watched some videos lately of people doing comparisons of a set that's available at Walmart, which everybody seems to like pretty well. And I know there are a few other companies that are putting these brushes out as well. I think if you're going to spend higher money for this into the $25, $30, $40 range, don't buy it from Crown. Go and buy one where it's, you know, really luxurious feeling for the same price. Or if you want to spend less money, go and get one of the knockoffs, because I do think that as long as it is a densely packed brush in this shape, I think you'll get a lot of the same application out of it that I did from this one. So that was today's video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any comments to leave about using this brush, about dupes for it, any information like that, leave it in the comments down below. I respond to every comment that I get. If you like this video and you want to subscribe, you can click on my face, which should be appearing right about here right now. And if you want to watch one of my other videos, and I encourage you to do so, it should be coming up right about here at this moment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.